My name is Alex Rodriguez with Poolsmith Technologies. Our product is Organic pH. Organic pH is a CO2 or carbon dioxide system for residential pools that helps regulate pH in pool water. Unique as in we're brand new to the residential pool industry. The science behind it isn't new. It's been around for over 30 years. Commercial pools, 1 million gallons of water plus, big water parks. They've been using carbon dioxide to control pH in pool water for over 30 years. Nobody's ever decided to develop one for residential use, and we have. By injecting carbon dioxide in pool water, it generates a mild acid known as carbonic acid. Okay, carbonic acid can only be found in one place on Earth, and that's water. Like, you ever swim in a lake, you can open your eyes all day, it feels great. Mother Nature does it naturally. Well, we're duplicating that. That's why we like to say, created by Mother Nature, developed by Poolsmith. That's our slogan. By injecting that carbon dioxide in pool water, we create that carbonic acid, and it regulates pH. Therefore, you never have to use muriatic acid again, which is the only toxic chemical you're putting in your pool. People want a chemical-free experience. That's the worst chemical you put in. The industry hasn't even looked at it. First off, let's talk about water chemistry for a minute, right? So we all know as residential pool owners, you have to make sure your water's sanitized, make sure your pH is right for a comfortable swimming experience, okay? Right now on the market, there's only one option for residential pool owners, and it's muriatic acid. It's in the name, it's acid. People are always screaming about a chemical-free experience, right? Oh, I want less chemicals, I want to swim with less chemicals. Well, the industry itself, they're reinventing the wheel on the sanitation side, sanitizing your water. But nobody's even bothered to look at the worst thing that you put in the pool, which is acid, right? So when we came across that and we realized the science behind it, that's when we started R&D in 2000. Our first system went in 2005. We got our patent in 2009, and we just, one house at a time, one customer at a time, changing minds. And it's hard because it's in the industry, they've been used to it for so long, acid. Well, now there's a healthier alternative. The benefit to it, well, I mean, you spend $50,000 on building your pool on a low side, right? The only toxic chemical you're putting in there that's ruining anything over time is acid. So once I take that away and we eliminate that, you'll never need to use muriatic acid ever again to control pH. You're gonna prolong the life of your pool, you're gonna prolong the life of the equipment. More importantly, carbon dioxide is non-flammable, it's non-toxic. It's the same fizz that's in your soda that you drink every day. As a matter of fact, you're breathing it right now. We breathe in oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide. Essentially, what we're replacing acid with is air. So do you wanna put acid in your pool, or you wanna put air in your pool? Less than 15 minutes, you're gonna mount 2 screws on the wall to mount the box, and that's it. We don't plumb into any equipment. Right on the bottom of residential pool pumps, they have 2 drain ports. You're gonna take both of those off, and you're gonna screw in the injector and our pressure plug. Connect the box to power, connect all the lines, and away she goes. It's like, wow, why didn't somebody think of this sooner? Well, I'm glad they didn't, because here we are. But they love it. They're taking it. Now it's a pleasant experience when they're selling a pool to be able to speak about it up front. Because before it was a necessary evil, right? If you're selling a pool, you're not going to tell the customer, hey, you have to pour this toxic stuff in there. Everybody figures that out at the end of the process, right? I love my pool, it's great. How do I keep it balanced? Because they got to teach you how to keep it, sanitized and keep it balanced so people can swim in it. Well, now you have a reason to talk about it up front instead of at the end. Hey, our pools are going to last longer. It's safer for your family. It's safer for you. Again, the science isn't new. The technology is. The technology and the patent. You can fill them up at any welding supply company, any beverage supply company, any paintball supply store. The beverage companies use it at the bar. It's in the gun, with the soda. It's the bubbles in your soda. It's the same where they use for kegs. So welding supply, they sell, welding supply is the #1 place where I would recommend customers to go. And they CO2, you take them in and they fill them up for you right there. We studied sensors for a long time to possibly put a sensor in our system, but we never found any that were any good that would work. They would go bad. For example, some pools have automation and they use sensors, right? They have a system that tells them the water chemistry, and then based on that water chemistry, it senses if it needs more chlorine or if it needs more acid. Well, sometimes those sensors go haywire, and when they do, they dump all that acid in your pool. Now you have a problem. It could ruin your finish. If somebody swam in it, they're not gonna die, but it's gonna be a bad day for them, things like that. The nice thing about our systems is we don't have any sensors, so it's nice. It's plug and play, because sensors are more for managing pH, right? Up and down. We don't have a sensor because we don't need to manage it. We reduce it to where we want it and we stabilize it like a line straight. It's gonna be the same every day. That's a great question. We put it on the website, so in case people want to know, you can just punch in how many gallons of water you have, and it'll tell you how much in between refills. So we have two systems. We have two setups. Sorry, I shouldn't say systems. We have one system, but two configurations, right? So our most popular system is our system with triple 20-pound tanks. Okay, so on an average 15,000 gallon pool, which is about average for residential pools, you're gonna get about 7.5 months between refills on the triple 20s. The reason why people go with the 20s, they're a little, they're 20 pounds empty, they're 40 pounds full, so they're a little bit easier to handle, and they don't mind. 7 months is plenty of time. Usually it gets you through the whole swim season. But they also have the option if they wanted to go with the 35-pound tanks, which are 35 pounds empty, they're 70 pounds full. With that configuration, they can get up to 13 months. I had a client that did 3 35-pound tanks on a 10,000 gallon pool, and it's like 2 years between refills. So it's very customizable to whatever your preference is. But the most popular is our triple 20, and it's about 7.5 months to 13 months. All our systems carry a 6-month money-back guarantee and a 3-year warranty. I'll do a 1-year money-back guarantee for customers that are skeptical or weary because it is new. And people don't send them back once they see the convenience of CO2 versus having to use acid into their pool and just having to handle it and store it and everything. They don't send them back, and we'd happily honor it. But that's why we used to do a 1-year money-back guarantee. Our CEO said, people might think it's not real, or so we did 6 months. We want to give people an opportunity to go a whole swim season using it. If they don't like it, send it back. We'll write you a check. They don't come back.